Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today we are bringing you a very special video, and that is the top 5 must-have features of the Galaxy Note 9. Now, the Galaxy Note 9 is a highly anticipated phone this year, and if you didn't hear, the S9 did not do the figures that Samsung wanted to do. Now, I think we all know the reason for this, and that is YouTube Tech Guy was not unpacked. Just saying. But the biggest thing is the Note 9 might even be moved up about a month, so August release instead of September release. Now, the downside about this is, are we going to get everything we need to get in order to make the Galaxy Note 9 a hit? Well, that's what we're going over today, the must-have features that Samsung needs to hit in order to have this phone be a top-selling phone and in order for it to be really well received. So the first feature I think we can all agree on is the notch. I've been told this isn't going out on April Fool's anymore, so no, of course we don't want the notch. Don't you dare. Alright, so now the actual features we want to get is first, and this is number 5 because it's not as important, but it needs to happen, some new S Pen features. Really, the S Pen has lost less and less features that have become standard on the S series phone. And the S Pen is supposed to be one of the biggest things about the Note, one of the biggest differentiating factors. And overall, the biggest thing over the past years was how you could screenshot, how you could do these crazy things. And more of those features have gone to the S series. So this is a big thing that we hope Samsung will add this time around, just to get more features in this obviously big part of a Note. Now, the next part is something that Samsung hasn't improved on for about almost 2 years now, and that is the selfie camera. Now look, you can say what you want about AR emojis, all you want. They're obviously not as like they look really weird, obviously, when doing a video. Photos, I think they come out pretty good, honestly. But the biggest thing that you need to improve is the selfie camera. I mean, the Pixel XL2 is still the best selfie camera to date, and that's with every other smartphone coming out. Haven't checked out the P20 yet, but every other smartphone, the Pixel just has the best selfie. And I wish Samsung would improve on this because they have been beaten for a little bit now. Still the best wide angle for a selfie, but overall you do want a better selfie camera, and right now Samsung isn't it. So hopefully they improve this on the Note. Now, the next feature is going to be a feature that I think a lot of people expect, honestly, but we've been going back and forth, and Samsung has been going back and forth if they're going to be able to deliver it or not, and that is the fingerprint scanner in the display. I think this is a really big thing that needs to happen for that wow factor. If you have one wow factor on the Note, it needs to be this. This is something that would be a first for the mainstream industry. There have been other phones, Vivo, Apex, a lot of other phones that have been delivering on this, but this is going to be the one that launches this into the mainstream media that would do just gangbusters in terms of, I want that feature. Now, here's the key part for me. Keep it like this. Fingerprint scanner in the display and on the back. Because I think that's going to be the biggest thing, whether people want to use the front or the rear, you have that option. Samsung is really good right now because they have that, you know, iris unlock and whatever they call their Face ID intelligent scan. It really just isn't as good. But the biggest thing is, because they had the fingerprint scanner in the back, it gave you another option, so I never used the face unlock anyway. However, if they give you this same principle on the rear and front, that's just going to be even better. Now, honestly, if I could just get a fingerprint scanner in the display, I would be okay with that. But if you give customers both options, I think that'll even become more popular, and Samsung will even get more praise for it, although I know the cost would probably be a factor in that. Now, the next thing is going to be something that a lot of other smartphones have had, and Samsung, if they want to keep the techies and power users out there, which the Note was the dominant power user phone, they need 8 gigs of RAM. They just really do. The Note has always been the top echelon of smartphones, and for techies, since probably the Note 2, it was the top dominant one. But now we've had Razer come out to market, we've had OnePlus come out to market. These phones have had 8 gigs of RAM. And I think that's a big thing, that if Samsung wants to stay with the power users like myself, who do use more than 6 gigs of RAM, and it shows when I'm on a Razer or when I'm on a OnePlus 5T, those are going to be the biggest things that I hope will translate to the new Note, and I think would make a big impact as keeping it as the top dog overall. And finally, the biggest thing that the Note 9 must have in order to do higher sales volume than just traditional is definitely going to be a bigger battery. This battery needs to kill it. It needs to be a bigger battery. It's been 2 years now since the Note 7. We understand what happened. Now make a bigger phone with the bigger battery. You don't have to push, again, how tight and, you know, in the space you had. Make the phone bigger. We're okay with it. We are okay with it. You'll see it in the comment section go like crazy. Everyone is okay with making the bigger phone if you give us a bigger battery. And when other manufacturers like Huawei has given us over 2 4,000 milliamp battery phones already, flagships, Samsung, you're up. If you want to maintain one of the best battery lives in the US or in the world, you need to step up, because right now Huawei is the best battery life on a smartphone, and that used to be a title that Samsung had because they just had such great battery life with their OLED displays and everything that accumulated with it. But now they have been dethroned. So if they want to get that back, yes, they are going to indeed need a bigger battery life. So overall, what are those top 5 features? Yet again, new S Pen features, again, just to capture that Samsung Note 9 feel of having new features of why I should get a Note. Number 4, having a better selfie camera, just because it hasn't improved in 2 years and there are better selfie cameras out there now, when Samsung used to be one of the best, if not the best at it, even though you can stop doing that airbrush stuff. Finally, number 3, again, the fingerprint scanner on the display I think is the biggest thing that most people expect, along with 8 gigs of RAM, finally pushing it for those power users that do require it. And then finally, a 4,000 milliamp battery. If the Galaxy Note 9 has all of these features, you can charge us 1,000, I would say. You're at 920 to 960 depending on the carrier. I think this phone with these 5 features would be worth 1,000. And I'll ask you guys in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Would this phone with all 5 of these features be worth it for you to get an upgrade to over the phone you have? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.